I'm in a cabin in the woods in Friendship, New York. I feel okay being that specific because even if anyone was watching, they would never find me. I am out in the middle of nowhere and it is fucking amazing. I'm here for a month total. I've been here for a little over 2 weeks. There are a couple of other places to rent on this property, spaced out pretty well. But when I got here, I found out I'm going to be the only person here until my last week. The owner was like, "Oh, I hope you're not too disappointed. There aren't any other people here." I was like, "No." I realize that a cabin in Friendship sounds like somewhere you would go to get axe murdered, like an ironic town name in a horror movie or something. I do really love this level of solitude. I really needed it desperately. But I also kind of wish I had my gun. I have a bear horn. I couldn't get bear spray. Well, I could, but they would have done a background check and it's clean, but that's like way too over the top. So I said to the guy at the counter, because the rifles were right next to the bear spray, I said, I bet it would be easier to get a rifle. And he said, no, we would do a background check. Anyway, I decided to take my chances. I love it here. I want more of this. Maybe if I get more of this for myself, it would make life survivable. Is that phrasing fucked up? Is that what life is supposed to be? Survivable? I figured being out here all alone, I would also bang out a bunch of episodes, but no. I've been mostly working, and work has been stressing me out so much that at the end of the day, I just want to stare at the fire. And take drugs. And stare at the fire on drugs. A couple of episodes ago, I talked about doing Molly in a hotel room for science. It was really disappointing. I was wondering if something was wrong with me, like if I wasn't in the right headspace, or maybe I had just been doing too much other shit recently. I took the max recommended dose, for anyone of any weight, and I'm pretty small. And it felt really bad. Like I have a genetic thing where a lot of drugs don't work on me or don't work well, but Molly isn't one of them. I never used to dose myself though. Like here I am with my little microgram scale, like measuring out things precisely and taking notes like I read P. Call and watched some Huberman Lab episodes and now I'm being a fucking nerd about it. But back when I was clubbing a lot, people just handed me pills. And I know those pills also had amphetamines in them and whatever else. I do think I prefer that. But the point is I never needed more than the next guy. But now I realize that me and the next guy must have been taking more than the recommended 120 milligram dose that, everyone on the internet says you should take. And a little too much Molly is okay, but not enough is really, really bad. If you don't take enough, you won't break through to the place where the empathogenic effects kick in. And it's kind of like having all the negative effects of being on an SSRI without any of the positive ones. I'm not going to bore you with the science. There are a lot smarter people than me talking about this stuff, but that's a lesson today, kids. If you're going to do drugs, make sure you do enough of them. That only goes for MDMA, though. But seriously, don't listen to me. Do your own research. I am not a doctor, and this is a work of fiction. Anyway, a month or so later, maybe a month and a half, I don't know, either way, it's a little short to space it, but after a few days of no other illicit chemicals in my system, I'm out in the woods and I'm taking enough of the same Molly, and it's fucking great. I chilled out by the fire, I listened to music, and I worked through some stuff. When I didn't take enough of it, I didn't even want to think about the stuff. I wanted to push it far away. Far away. That's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to wipe away all of the negatives so you can have pure fucking empathy. For other people and for yourself. I did not have pure fucking empathy on Too Little Molly. I hated myself. I hated my face. I couldn't even look in the mirror. I hated everything. But I did it for science. I did it for my friends, and I guess I felt okay about that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing with my month alone in the woods. That's not really all. I'm working on a creative project. Yeah, this is something really potentially good happening in my life. Creative collaboration. But it also worries me because if it doesn't work out, I'll be devastated. I applied for a new job today. It's a long shot, and I would have to move to where the job is, and I don't think I want to, but it was such a perfect fit. I thought I would take a shot at it. I've been doing aerial yoga. There's a place I can hang my silks here. I bought a wood carving kit because staring at all this wood, I got an itch to try that, but I haven't done it yet. I haven't made nearly as much progress in House of Leaves as I thought I would by now, or hoped I would. I've started and stopped and restarted and moved around in that book so many times, I'm wondering if I should give up or if that's exactly what I'm supposed to be doing with it. I also finished a rewatch of The Leftovers, which may have been even better the second time. I think it meant even more to me the second time around. If you like really dark shit, which I expect you do if you are watching this, add that to your watch list if you haven't seen it already. But it isn't just dark, it's also beautiful. This isn't beautiful. Maybe I'll do an analysis of The Leftovers. That would be a nice break from talking about me. Though I would probably still be talking about me. I think that show reveals more about you than it does about itself. I realize I'm running out of time. I'm almost at the halfway point, and I'm procrastinating. There's stuff I need to talk about that I'm putting off. I think I'm stalling because I need to talk about people, like specific people, not dead people. And I'm worried what will happen if someone finds this and puts the pieces together and knows who I'm talking about, and if that is unethical. Or the harder possibility that I don't actually care if it's unethical, that I want to out them. Kind of like I worry that I'm going to get drunk and tell someone that I know about this. Am I worried or am I fantasizing about it? Like I'm writing my suicide note way ahead of time and maybe there's a chance for someone to stop me. Anyway, back to the Molly. Why would I need more empathy if I think I already have too much? It's because on the other side of that, the dark side of that is hate. If someone has really wronged me, once I figure it out anyway, or give up on them, on the other side of that is fierce hate. I need that. I think I need that to stop loving someone. Maybe that's what I'm doing with myself. Maybe I'm trying to cross over a threshold of darkness to get to death. Maybe I need to fuck up so bad I can't save myself. Maybe I need to hate myself so much that death will be easier.